Right. Everyone,
That's
spend the
good.
time that, I don't know.
Good morning. This is actually the last meeting of the Archives Committee.
Yay!
Wow.
And on the next city council meeting, I'm going to ask the mayor to sunset this committee. Since we have formed a operation and the founders met and adopted the bylaws, we're moving forward with that. We did, I think we've agreed on the recommendations from each organization to be part of the board, and I'd like the founders after this meeting to have a founders meeting to set a board meeting
Yep.
to set a nomination committee for the rest of the board. So so the agenda today is first, we need to accept the minutes from the last meeting, from the October 27th meeting. Did everyone see them? And were any corrections? Okay, no. Can I get a motion to approve?
Okay.
Motion to approve minutes of the last meeting.
Okay, second. Come on.
Second. It's out of order.
Just being quiet.
Everyone's been quiet. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. I sent out, well, I asked for a finance report. Tom usually brings that. I'm not sure where Tom is at this point, so. I guess I'd like to know about the conservation assessment and how things are going with the city.
Yep. So the conservation has been completed for the library's collection, and we are waiting to schedule. We had to wait till after the elections to schedule the tax department because they were full of election materials. And then they had a flood in the.
Oh, no.
It didn't affect the archives, happily, they're up. And it was not even in the archive room, but it was down there affecting things. So, and then Barbara was out for a while recovering. So I am scheduling, hopefully this week, scheduling for after the holidays for her to get started on the other two. It looks like I'll probably be the one who sits with her because there has to be a city employee at each of those. And obviously the person from finance in the middle of the budget and the person from tax are kind of busy. So I think I may take my laptop over to sit there and babysit. But Barbara and Peggy are doing a great job so far in the library materials. So I hope early in the new year we'll have a complete report.
Good.
Okay. And then I have not submitted the IRS documents to the IRS yet, because the board has to do that. I mean, not the founders. So when we have, I'm hoping that when we have our founders meeting, we can also do that as a board. I'm sorry, when we have our first board meeting, which is supposed to be right after this.
Good.
Yeah, Christina, question.
Yes.
Do you have, when you do this an evaluation of your,
Mhm.
can you get an indication of how much is going to be added to each year?
I think she's asking that. I know she told our city clerk that she was going to be asking
Yeah,
that.
that's all.
Yeah. And some of them are easier than others. Like the
Right.
library one's hard because someone offers us a collection
Right.
Whereas the finance and the clerk's office are pretty easy. They can say,
Yeah.
you know, we get this many per year.
I was pretty conservative. Like she said, you probably need just like 10% more room.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, let's just say 20 just
Just in case.
in case. I mean, it seems like
I agree.
before any construction or rehab, who knows what it will be, but might as well make it bigger than you need it, because you never know.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not
Something
gonna
will
be,
happen.
right, because if we say 10% over the next 20 years, but we're
Right.
looking at a building that should last us 50 to 100,
Forever.
then that's not, you're right. Yep, I agree.
Okay. So in terms of anything else on the conservation before? No. Did people look at the documents for submission to the IRS? I
Kind of.
put the budget in at the actual IRS form. We created three years forward, but the form takes this year first and then 2 years forward. So, so I did that. Here's Tom. It was out of balance by $3,500. So I basically just put it in,
Mhm.
you know,
It's all invented anyway.
Right.
But I think it's also pretty accurate of what we might need to do.
I thought it was really thorough.
And which, you know, makes me realize that we have a lot of work to do next year in terms of fundraising. And so anyway, that's good. You know, I think we have some very specific goals there. So and then the other is the statement from Kristen, put that together for the purpose. And what's the third document? Oh, the third document is just the application form, and it designates the basically the address as the city and the fiscal agent as the city. So, which our finance department agreed to. Nathan did, and he also said that that'll get audited with the city, just
Oh, good.
so
Automatic.
so we don't have to worry about.
$7,000 a year just
Yeah.
to look at your numbers.
So that's it, and as far as I know, I guess there's a couple things that I think we need to do pretty soon, because I think what we're going after we take a breath and get into the new year, we need to look at raising some money.
Right.
And so I'm hoping that we can add a board member who has some expertise in that.
That's the nominating committee's job.
I'm sorry?
That's the nominating committee's job.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and George is here. He has a domain name that he's offered,
Yay.
Yay.
and I also have a similar domain name. It's just archives rather than archive. So we have both of those. And I don't know, I have to find a way to create a website and accept money and do all that stuff.
We should probably all start thinking about photographs we can use for that website.
Always, yeah.
Yeah.
Time.
And archives are tough
I
to
know, we're gonna
Have
have to get people to
exciting-
like look at paper.
right. Look excited looking at it.
Look happy.
Yeah,
Right,
and look like
researcher.
amazed at what we discovered. Like any day at the Athenaeum,
A lot of people.
joy filled. Wonderful.
Yeah, or you do like a logo or sort of idents for,
I'm sorry?
Logo?
I
Mm-mm.
was saying
Oh,
logo, or how are you gonna script out the name, any of that?
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I have to think about that. I think some sort of logo is going to be important.
Mhm.
Some sort of byline is going to be important.
Mhm.
Um,
I'm meeting with a graphic designer tomorrow for obviously not this, but I'll pay attention to her. See if she might
Okay.
be a good logo designer.
and hopefully we can raise some money to get somebody to do that too.
Mhm.
And that's also expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can be.
Publicity would be a good first step.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think we should have publicity from the inaugural board meeting.
Mhm.
I think that would be good. So,
We could get Jerry to do one of her
Yep.
Athenaeum ones.
I was thinking the same.
Yeah, good.
and Alan Cohen is with his new
Oh, right.
Um, granddaughter. I forgot her name now. Do you remember?
It was,
Is it like,
he told me and I can't remember.
yeah, me too.
It's a name that could also be a boy's name.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Taylor.
No.
Devin.
We're all gonna just guess. We need to know the baby's name.
Ashley.
Someone look at his Facebook page.
So anyway, but he asked me to read a statement.
Oh, okay.
Said to fellow members of the Mayor's Blue Ribbon Committee, I am very much appreciated to being part of the committee for the last couple of years. You all represent a true horsepower of the historical and archiving function of Portsmouth. And it has been a pleasure to have worked with and gotten to know you during the process. I also want to acknowledge Vince for his vision in establishing the committee and his diligence in getting us to participate and obtaining our federal nonprofit status.
Nice.
Good work, everyone. So,
Yeah.
nice, thank you. Alan. So, is there anything else?
The point of information. Once we have the board, we're no longer a city committee,
That's right,
we're on our own,
we are.
that's off.
Yes,
Thank you.
but we still have to take minutes and we still have to, do all that.
I understand.
Corporation laws rather than committee laws.
Any other questions? So we have members of each organization here. So if
Emma.
and Emma's not here, but Chuck is.
Apparently I'm a delegate from here.
But should we close out the committee meeting and adjourn and then, is it
Yeah.
recording? It doesn't look like it's recording.
Yeah, it is.
Recording.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Stop the
Yes.
recording though and let Jeff stay here.
I think we have 7 members of the board, which is
Yeah.
good. It's an 11-person board, so we have quorum.
So can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Yay.
Word awesome.
Stay with us, Jeff.
I'm hanging.